She found, oh, how was she able to find out her real age? She actually found like a card or something in her mom somewhere in the house. Bye, Felicia. Um, so these two records are like probably the most important records in Gypsy's entire medical records, like of all of them. And it's a part of, it should have been in the documents that Fancy sold. But she pulled these 2 pages out for a reason. And I saw people like Becca Scoops using like one sentence from this record, and I saw another person, it's Leanna, using like 2 paragraphs, and it's completely taken out of context because they don't post it because they're liars. But this document, the reason it's the most important is because it's Dr. Okay. So earlier I said Dr. Steele. This is who somebody they were writing to Dr. Steele. So it was Dr. Flasterstein or Flasterstein. That's the one who became like suspicious of Dee Dee. Okay, because things weren't adding up, 2 plus 2 was not equaling 4. So one thing that people love to say is that Gypsy only got a plea deal because of the whole Munchausen by proxy thing, and that Christie's the one that threw the idea out there that Munchausen by proxy had never been mentioned before, never been talked about before, but that's a lie. And I'm going to prove it to you right now. Okay. Man, I really need my other stand because like I have to constantly hold my phone. Because this thing is like, see, I'm going to show y'all. Not that it matters, but you see, like the phone stand's like one of these. So I have to hold it. Oops. All right. Gypsy Rose is a 14-year-old patient who recently transferred care. All of her records from the past have been lost, and while mother reports that she has been diagnosed with muscular dystrophy by a personal conference with her previous pediatrician, she recalls this was never proven and her muscle biopsies were normal. The above pediatrician also recalls this patient and mentioned the fact that in the past, this part's important, when confronted about some of the complaints, the family moved to a different city. Red flag for Munchausen by proxy right there. Then right here, y'all see that word? Let's not look at that yet. Analyzing all the facts and after talking to our previous pediatrician, there is a strong possibility of what? Munchausen by proxy. Munchausen by proxy. Do y'all see that? Munchausen by proxy. Oops, it won't let me. Okay. Y'all saw that, right? Did y'all see that? Okay. So no wonder. And y'all, there's other stuff in this record that's really important. And me and Sarah, Elise, whatever her last name is, are going to go over the entire record because there's so many things like the doctor bold, like put things in bold, underline, like these 2 pages and the entire, I'm talking about, she's got tens of thousands. She's got so many medical records. These 2 pages are the most 2 important pages in the entire document. And Fancy took them out. Why? Because she's got a narrative and it's not the truth. And then the ones that do have a hold of this, they only show things that are taken out of context. Because, if you're going to take something from a medical record, like you got to show the whole entire page. You have to, because, or at least in the whole entire, I don't know. You need to show the whole thing. This is a whole entire letter, and there's a reason for this letter. Okay, y'all, okay, I'm going to do this really fast because y'all are so annoying. And no, I don't have to prove shit, but there you go, sweetheart. Does that make you happy? I don't have to prove anything. I don't. But y'all are so annoying, so not y'all. I shouldn't say y'all. The ones that are being like that. Not all of you. Okay. So anyway, so that's that. Christy did not come up with the idea. I wasn't here yet. I want to see the whole page. Well, I never showed the whole page because the whole page got other things that I want to be able to explain to y'all better. So I'm going to get Sarah to help me because she is, better equipped to do that. And all of this, y'all, by the way, unlike everyone else who ever shows a record of hers, I actually have permission. I'm the only one on the entire internet who has permission. Not saying that she wouldn't give someone else permission, but I'm the only one that's got it. But everybody else posts it without permission. And I know who cares, right? Because it's Gypsy and she doesn't matter. And, she doesn't deserve privacy and she's not a human being. Like Ken, he's not a Homo sapien. Okay. Some of y'all might not get that joke, so never mind. But yeah, so the page, I mean, I'll say it out loud again. I'm not going to pick up my phone and show it, but it says Gypsy Rose is a 14-year-old patient who recently transferred care. All of her records from the past have been lost, and all of the mother reports that she has been diagnosed with muscular dystrophy by a personal conference with our previous pediatrician. She recalls that this was never proven, and her muscle biopsies were normal. The above pediatrician also recalls this patient and mentioned the fact that in the past, when confronted about some of the complaints, thank you, Harley. I was looking for you earlier. But some of the complaints, the family moved to a different city. Huge important thing, because why would you uproot, like, literally leave the city you were in unless you were trying to hide from something about doctors mentioning crap to you and complaining about things and seeing things that aren't adding up. Analyzing all the facts and after talking to her previous pediatrician, there's a strong possibility of Munchausen by proxy. This is where it was first mentioned. This is the same doctor who made a report. Oh, that's what I can go over actually, is the report, the DFS report, which I have a video of that because Becca Scoops actually completely misquotes what's in the report, and it's a lie. But I don't know why people listen to Becca Scoops. She has no facts in any of her crap. It's so crazy to me. I mean, not any important facts anyway. Let's see. But yeah, that guy Brian, literally Gypsy said, I don't know who that man is. That's what she told me. So Brian's a fake man. And then Gypsy, the one who reposted this, it says, thank you, Dan Thomas Glywell on the book face. All is alleged. Of course, look up at the end, all is alleged and for your education and entertainment. If they put that, they're lying, by the way. If anybody puts allegedly and for your, and like, I don't even put that. People always tell me, put that so you won't get taken down. No, I'm not even putting that because I always say this. It's true. If someone puts for educational entertainment purposes only, when it comes to this case anyway, they're lying, especially if they put allegedly. If they put allegedly, they're lying. And if you want to believe them, then I mean, so freaking be it, but they're lying. You will never, ever see me put allegedly on any of my videos. Ever, ever, ever. Because that's a lie. Because they're lying. That's why they're putting allegedly. They think that's going to save them for whatever reason. Like, and it's not. Like, not that Gypsy's trying to even sue them, but I'm just saying, if they were to ever, that would not help them. Allegedly does not always help you. There's a line that is drawn, and people just always think that's going to help them, but it's not. Okay. DFS report, and then chromosome disorder. Because the chromosome disorder is big and it's complex, and it's not like what people say it is at all, but I want y'all to realize, because, oh my God, it frustrates me because any person who talks about the chromosome disorder, the only medical record they ever show is the actual paper that says she was diagnosed with a microdeletion. Never anything else that matters, that brings context to it, that explains it. People instead, which I'm not going to show on here, you will not see me pull this up because it's ridiculous. You'll not see me pull up the website that explains the microdeletion because that don't mean shit. It literally means nothing because you need someone's medical records and you need to see exactly how that aligns with that to even know anything. Like, these people are being like, oh my God, look, she was this. And like, they're showing that in the background and they're being like, yep, she's got that. She's got that. How do you know? Unless you see the records. Because people are like, in her records, it actually says that she has no obvious facial disformities. But yet they're on there like, look, she looks just like this person. She has this like this. She has this like this. But in her records, it says that. Other than esotropia and microcephaly, which is the two things that she really has from her chromosome disorder, which is her lazy eye and the fact that her head is smaller than average. And hers, okay, so there's, first percentile, second percentile, third percentile. So if she would have made it to the third percentile, she would not have had microcephaly. But I think the average head for like the 20-year-old was like 52 centimeters, I want to say, and hers was like 48 when I looked in the record. So it's like right there. She almost missed it. And as you can tell, like, to me, she looks normal. She's very little and short. And so I think that's why it's like proportionate to her body. So yeah, that's that. Let's see, the DFS report is important. Because it also shows, I wish I can find the one that Gypsy sent me. Even though, it's the same thing, but hers just has a little bit more to it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all this, but like y'all just didn't trust me. Look up. Let me show y'all this. I just don't feel like holding my phone the whole time, but I guess I could. You know what? I'm not gonna be like them. I'm showing receipts, right? That's what we're doing here. We're showing receipts. Okay. All right. Oh, actually, y'all. You know what? Look, y'all see it. Y'all see that I got it. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so I'm gonna actually turn it around because let me tell you, these people are so insane. Yesterday, the other day, I got this. Is what they tried to get me for with personal information. Like they will report me for anything to try to get me down. Which what does that tell you? They don't want people to tell the truth, right? Because like, why would they care about what I'm saying unless it's the truth? So, on June 16, 2015, I was assigned to contact Jessica Clayton, an employee of the Child Advocacy. Okay, what's the he say? Okay, actually, y'all, I'm going to read the whole thing. Even though the first part doesn't matter, it's just because this is the report in the case files. So, it's going to be about the present at that time, and then they're saying they're looking for it. But I'm just going to read everything. And I'm a pretty fast reader. Hopefully that's okay with y'all. So like what happened? Just joined. Nothing happened. I'm correcting misinformation. On June 16, 2015, I was assigned to contact Jessica Clayton, an employee of the Child Advocacy Center, located at 1033 East Walnut, Springfield, Missouri. I made a phone contact with Clayton. She advised she had read about the Blanchard case online and she remembered assisting with a call involving Dee Dee and Gypsy Blanchard in 2009 when she was employed with the Missouri Division of Social Services Children's Division. Clayton recalled being asked to assist another CD investigator with a hotline they received at 2301 West Volunteer Way, Springfield, Missouri, in the fall months of 2009. Clayton advised Greene County deputies responded to them with them to this location. Clayton reported that Missouri Child Abuse Hotline. Clayton reported the Missouri Child Abuse Hotline they received stated Gypsy was reported to be 17 or 18 years old, but was actually older than that. The mother, Claudina Dee Dee, Clayton stated, the allegation stated it was believed that Dee Dee was using Gypsy to get funds, and it was believed they were not actually victims of Hurricane Katrina, as they told everyone, which they were, but I guess they thought she was lying about everything. Clayton advised Dee Dee was unable to provide a social security card, birth certificate, or any medical records showing Gypsy's actual medical conditions. Remember that. So she was able to show her, was not able to show her social security card, her birth certificate, or any medical records, okay? So right off the bat, she doesn't provide that for them at first. Well, she never provides the medical stuff, but okay. Clayton stated she was not the primary CD investigator in this case, but remembered the case being unsubstantiated, as they were unable to prove any allegations being made. Clayton reported she had contacted Heather Ford, who is the circuit manager for the Greene County CD office, and requested Ford's attempt to locate the CD report for this incident. And everybody's saying this isn't the actual report. That right there proves that the report is, well, y'all got to find out the report is gone. It gets expunged. So this is coming from, anyways, the report's not anyway. You can't find the original report because it's gone. A check at the Greene County's office records database showed a report was entered on October 26, 2009, by Deputy Greene. This report listed Gypsy Blanchard as the victim, listing her dates. So they had that, which I can show you on that page. Investigation, wait, did I miss that part? Oh, I missed that. I contacted Ford by phone, who advised the city report had already been, okay. I missed this paragraph, y'all, sorry. Thank you, Sonia. I contacted Ford by phone, who advised the CD report had already been purged from their system, as it's city's policy that all unsubstantiated reports, thank you, are expunged and cleared from their system after 5 years has passed. Ford asked us to submit a written request for information regarding this investigation, and she would have the archived information checked to see if any reports or information still existed that she could provide for this incident. A check of the Greene County Office Records database showed a report was entered on 26, 2009 by Deputy Greene. The report listed Gypsy as the victim, listed her date of birth on 7/27/91. The report listed Claudine as the suspect. The address of the occurrence was listed 2301 West Volunteer Way, Springfield, Missouri. The narrative of the report read as follows. So this is all that's in it, okay? On 10/26/09, I was dispatched to 2103 West Volunteer Way, a location in Greene County, Missouri, to meet with DFS and speak with an individual in regards to a child at that location. Now, on Becca Scoop's video, it says that in 2009, there was a DFS report as well as allegations of claims of fraud made to the sheriff's department. Of course, she says, oh, allegedly, and that's not true. That's true. But anyways, moving along. I arrived on the scene and made contact with DFS caseworkers Jessica Clayton and Marlena Sorensen. Go. Sorensen informed me that there is a child identified as Gypsy Rose Blanchard residing at the address with her mother, Claudine Blanchard. DFS advised that Claudine, oh, by the way, so this is coming from the police record. So the original DFS record is expunged and it's gone, okay, by the way. Identified Gypsy Rose Blanchard residing at the address with her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard. DFS advised that Dee Dee claims her daughter is paralyzed from the waist down, has MS, cancer, and other medical issues. According to the DFS hotline call, St. John's Hospital contacted DFS and informed them that a doctor has checked on Gypsy and her alleged medical issues that Dee Dee claims Gypsy has. According to DFS, in the hotline call, a doctor could not find anything that would support what Dee Dee alleges to be wrong with her daughter. He could not find nothing to support that, okay? So remember, back to chromosome disorder, just because you have a chromosome disorder does not mean that you have all these physical things wrong with you. It doesn't mean that your health is horrible. Like having an eye and having microcephaly does not mean that you should be in a wheelchair. It does not mean that you need medical procedures. It does not mean, except for the eye procedures, which she only really needed 4 of them. 2 of them, the doctor in the report, it literally says like it's not going to change anything, but it's up to her. Like, I mean, it could possibly help, but like not likely. And guess what? What do you think Dee Dee was like? Hell yeah, let's do it. But anyways, according to the hotline, according to the hotline, Claudine Dee Dee provided different personal information on Gypsy. Due to the inconsistent birth dates and lack of medical diagnoses, DFS wanted Gypsy checked on to ensure she was not an endangered runaway or missing juvenile. They also wanted to ensure that Dee Dee was the biological mother to Gypsy. DFS and I made contact with Dee Dee and Gypsy and spoke to them about the situation. Dee Dee stated that they are from Louisiana and left there during Katrina and came to Springfield, Missouri area. When confronted about the inconsistent information that she provided to the hospital, Dee Dee stated she didn't know why the birth dates and personal information were wrong. So lied, you know. After further investigation, it was found that Dee Dee had a bad marriage and got a divorce. Due to her fear of her ex-husband, Dee Dee had changed her daughter's information at the hospital so that her ex-husband would not be able to find them. So even though she lied to them twice and lied to them again by saying that, they were just like, oh, okay. Even though you would think, because the whole reason Dr. called is on suspicion of Munchausen by proxy, which is based on lies, you would think, okay, this woman, the doctor thinks she might be lying, so let's just believe all this that she's saying because, you know, she might not be a liar, you know. So it just shows you how much Gypsy was failed. Dee Dee and Gypsy were checked through mules and NCIC with negative results. Dee Dee was positively identified by her Missouri driver's license. Gypsy was positively identified by a social security card provided to me by her mother. It was further determined that Gypsy was 18 years of age and does suffer from some mental handicap. Even though the whole thing the doctor was saying was like cancer, MS, paralyzed, like nothing to do with mental, but yeah. It was further determined, blah, blah. While on site, it was apparent that Gypsy is being attended to reference her personal and physical needs. Now, Becca Scoops says, okay, in her thing, they said that she was childlike and slow. Okay, that on Becca Scoops' videos, she said, quote, childlike and slow, close quote. Did y'all hear me say that? No, because that's a lie. And then she also said that the police added, seems like, open quote, okay, seems like she's putting on an act. Daughter is an adult. Closed case or whatever. Close quote. It doesn't say that, but because the cops weren't there for that. And then think about it. If the cops really said that, it seems like she's putting on an act. Wouldn't that mean that the doctor who reported them was correct? Wouldn't that mean that she's putting on an act? whether it was her mom putting on act or her. So how does that make sense? I don't understand how y'all watch her videos and think, oh my God, this must be true. But she doesn't show a single report from the DFS. I just showed y'all the report. Why doesn't she show it? Because she's lying. DFS and I cleared the scene without further incident. The report is for intelligent purposes only. Following the written request for information I submitted to Heather Ford, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't matter. But yeah. And I don't know if y'all remember in the beginning it says the allegations included claims of Gypsy being a victim of Munchausen by proxy. Let me show y'all that close up because this is another proof that like Chrissy never made up this thing. 17, but actually older than that. The allegations included claims of Gypsy being a victim of Munchausen by proxy. See it? You'll see it? These people are lying to y'all. They love to lie. Lying's their favorite thing to do. Seems like it. So yeah. That's that. Now I'm going to go get me a sip of water. Whoever said that a little while ago. Rude. Because my mouth is starting to get dry. Oh. And another reason I'm still on here still, I don't want to defend myself, but don't even understand that I've been doing this for 8 months, okay? And nobody was listening. And I know some of y'all might not be listening. Y'all might not care. But I used to get the most 100 people in here. Let me tell you, 50 plus of them were people recording me to go give it to all these people. And we're just in here to like, ask me stupid questions, horrible, personal, mean, like whatever questions. And I have 800 and something people in here. I've been doing this for freaking 8 months, working my ass off to try to put out the real information because I do care about Gypsy and not only her, but I care about other victims who are being affected by this. Because when y'all do this to her, when y'all invalidate her, it opens up a door to invalidate other people. Like Kate, because she's friends with Gypsy, everyone's invalidating her now, and it's not okay. And we had the opportunity with Gypsy being such a known person now, and with her going through this, we had an opportunity to fix things that need to be fixed when it comes to this. Like, for instance, this right here, her DFS, this one I need water, her DFS report. If you notice, did y'all hear them say a medical professional went to them on the call? No. That's something that needs to change. If someone's calling, thank you, Mama Calls, if someone is calling DFS with the suspicion of Munchausen by proxy, who is going to be capable of deciding whether that is true or not? Not a police officer, that's for damn sure, and not a social worker. And sometimes just because you're a DFS worker doesn't mean you're a social worker. So not them. Who's the only person that would have been, what's the word I'm thinking? I'm not just capable, but like, whatever, qualified. Who's the only person that would have been qualified to really, really go there and check on this? A medical professional. So instead of spreading BS and misinformation about Gypsy, how about you get off your ass and do? It pisses me off because instead we had an opportunity to make change, but now what are we doing? We're sitting here on the internet bashing Gypsy instead of, I don't know, maybe trying to make change that could help other victims. Because I promise y'all, this thing is rare that we know of. Munchausen by proxy is built on deception. So what that means is that people are doing this and it goes undetected. It's the most underdiagnosed. It's one of the most underdiagnosed disorders because it's based on deception. Thank you, Mama Calls again, but I am going to get drink this time for real. But it just makes me so angry when people talk about how long I'm on live. Like, give it up. Who gives a fuck? I'm going to be on live. Watch, I'm staying on this bitch all day. You know what's wild? I hear people, I've been scrolling before and seen this before where people are doing like a 24-hour challenge. These people that come on here and do battles for 24 hours and do nothing but sit there and do this. Okay, come on, y'all. Come on. All right, y'all. You can throw the, what is it called? Snipes. Like, doing nothing but asking, throw the gifts, not entertaining you. Because, there's some people that do fun things on live and people gift them, that's fine. But people are sitting here just telling y'all what to send them, what kind of gift to send them. And that's fine. They can be on here for fucking 48 hours and it's fine. Y'all are all cool with that. Y'all all cool with people begging you for money all day. But someone's coming on here to correct misinformation. Wait, I'm not muted. How am I muted? I'm not muted. You can't hear me? I'm not muted. Okay, they can hear me. Okay, but anyway, so I'm on here correcting misinformation, okay? Correcting no, we can hear the sniffies. Oh, I bet. I just went and got some nose candy. That's why. You didn't know? I love me some nose candy. But anyways, so yeah, y'all are okay with that. Y'all don't, I bet y'all don't go in their lives and be like, gosh, you've been doing this for 24 hours. You've been begging people for money for 24 hours. No. But let somebody come on here and correct misinformation that's not only affecting her and her family and Nick and his family and Dee Dee and her family, well, Dee Dee's family, but and other victims and survivors. But yeah, ask me, do you ever sleep? I love Milo sweet tea. Do you? I really shouldn't be drinking this though. It's okay. Shh. Yeah. Oh, not I don't get the extra sweet because I shouldn't even be drinking. This is like liquid sugar, literally. But anyway, so yeah. Thank you, Rose. It means a lot. It's just allergies, I know, but people don't care. Girl, you get out of here. This is my live. What do you mean? Girl, get out of here. Why are you in here? You're my. That's so weird. Look, I'll help you out. I'm gonna help you out. Oh, somebody else? No, I'm gonna help you out, girl. Oh, that you're already blocked. I'm gonna mute you too, so I don't get to see your comment. People are so wild on these TikTok streets. So what's the news? What do you know that nobody else knows? Jesus. People, oh my God, y'all are crazy. Okay, so anyways, so I just showed that. Well, I just showed like 3 different things. Now the chromosome disorder. Oh, well, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all. The thing is with the chromosome disorder, there's not much to show y'all. You want to know why? You want to know why these people only bring up the website and show y'all because they know they can't show you the records to show y'all. But as far as the microdeletion, I know that I was gonna go over it, but I'm gonna wait because I really want Sarah to be here. Because look, I'm not a medical professional, and I want y'all to have facts, not just like me blabbing my mouth. Because I do know, I mean, I could try to explain, but it's just gonna be me rambling sometimes, and I don't want that. Spill the tea. We don't do tea or gossip here. We do facts. But so I am gonna let some people up for questions because like I'm better with that. Like ask a question if it's something that needs a receipt to and y'all look, I love when y'all come up here and say y'all support Gypsy. Like I promise I love that and sharing your story. Like I want y'all to feel so comfortable to do that here. But I really, really, really want to try to get only questions because is the point of me doing these lives is to like stop misinformation from going around. So please, I appreciate y'all so much. I'm not trying to say like I don't want y'all, I want to hear y'all, but I just want to really try to stick to questions. So yeah. Let me make the boxes. What the heck? Perfect. Okay, now I can finally change this picture to the other one because I'd rather the other one. There we go. The baby daddy. Okay, that's what I wanted up there because people love to ask that. Alrighty. So remember,
make sure you bring up one more mod because I'm currently traveling right this second.
Okay. Let me see if there's another mod in here. I don't see another mod in here. Is there another mod in here? If you are a mod and you're in here, can you request to come in the box, please? Thank you. I mean, I'm gonna let you up too. I don't know if you're. I can make you a mod. Hello. Hello.
She doesn't need any more mods, guys, but
This is like,
I'm making my coffee.
All right, so we're gonna accept you first because you came in first. Bree, will you please address DD was not bedridden? Yes, yeah, I just showed that, and I'll show it again. And actually, my last not bedridden. Oh. Hello, Amber.
Hello.
Hello. Let me show this real fast. So then,
Hey, how are you?
good. Let me show this. I'm just gonna show. I'm not gonna show Nina talking to herself. Okay. Yeah, this was on June 8th, which was what, a day and a half before this murder. Gypsy's mother was not bedridden. Oops, it goes so fast. Yeah, so that proves it right there that she wasn't bedridden. But and I know, well, somebody commented on my post was like, just because you're bedridden doesn't mean that you can't get around. Okay, but the point, people would just ask another question every single time. It's always something. I mean, I always had something to say back. But here's the thing. The whole thing was that like she wasn't able to move. That's why Gypsy was able to do what she did. Okay, but that's not true. So, anyways, go ahead, Amber. You can go ahead. I'm sorry.
So my thing is if um can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. So my whole thing here is that when do we start treating Gypsy like a person? Because the thing about it is the girl has done her time. She has paid her dues essentially, and we keep looking for something to punish her for. These people out there, there shouldn't. I know you're a great friend, but there at the end of the day, there shouldn't be a Bree. There shouldn't be these people that have to stick up for her. She should be able to come out and, I
Right,
guess,
this
live
shouldn't
her
have to
life.
be, but unfortunately, that is the
Uh,
case. It shouldn't have to be. I agree with you. But the only reason I do this is because she knows I do this. So, I mean, it doesn't, I mean, I don't have to explain myself, honestly. But I agree with you. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And there's a lot of
no,
misinformation.
I'm not downing you.
No, I'm just saying that's the reason I do it is because there's so much misinformation. So, I'm here to try to correct it because. Go ahead. Hello.
And I
can
just,
hear you.
I guess it
I am
bothers
letting
me
her
that
talk.
I guess you
I am
look
letting her
for
talk.
information.
Go ahead.
I guess if someone looks for information hard enough, they'll find what they're looking for. And I have watched all these other, I've watched both sides. I was excited for Gypsy to get out. I watched her up until the release. I watched all these people excited for her to get out. They all stood at the gates, all happy. Everybody wanted to be the person she rode home with. I watched all the excitement about it. And then slowly but surely, I watched all these people try to pick apart her story. She has not had a fighting chance since she got out because everybody waited just for one thing, for a downfall. And at the end of the day, yes, a tragedy happened. It's never okay to take a life, but it's also never okay to do the things that were done to Gypsy. I don't know. She doesn't have a fighting chance. And I guess I wanted to clear up the statement where I had just said there should never have to be a Bree. Because I definitely feel like you being here makes a difference for her.
Yeah, because people aren't going to go, if they look hard enough, they would probably find the facts. But the sad thing is, people don't look hard enough. Instead, they would rather sit on TikTok and listen to people talk about it. And so if they're going to have all these people talking the wrong, like giving wrong information out, then there might as well be one that's not. And that's all I'm trying to do, truly, is put out the right information. and eventually one day maybe I can stop talking about it. I mean, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to talk about this until the last.
And then something else that bothered me is that.
Oh, you're coming in and out.
Something else that bothered me. Yeah, I think I have bad connection, guys. I'm gonna have to.
That's okay. It's pretty good. I mean, it's
I
not
appreciate
too
y'all for accepting.
Yes, you can ask that next question. No, you're not. It's not too
It
bad.
keeps lagging out really long.
Okay, there you go. It's a little bit better now.
Okay. My next question is that, like, it's not really a question. I keep seeing all these people make statements about how, I guess the act itself, not the movie, but the act of, it was only 4 times, I guess, the unaliving. And like, if you go back and you actually watch the actual crime scene like, you know, the videos of Nick being in the interrogation room and him saying things, he openly admits to acknowledging those 4 or 5 times and then saying that it could have been more, but he only remembers. And it's like people take that and say, oh, well, he only said he absolutely knows he did those 4 times. So those other times must have been her. And it's like, if people would go and actually listen to the, I guess, when they both got arrested, I hear Gypsy as a girl that is, yes, she does fib, but she sounds scared and looking for any way out. Like if you take an animal and you cage them and they're trapped or scared, what does an animal do? Essentially, we're all animals.
Yeah, and Nick's
they'll do anything to get out if they're trapped and scared. They'll fight their way out.
Yeah, and MPG Cornerstone, if y'all don't follow them already, y'all should go follow them. They're actually the only page that Nick approves of anything, and they have debunked the whole like 17 thing. They have that's Nick has admitted to that. It wasn't Gypsy was not in the room at all. Like they have put that out there too. They don't like these people spreading even that information, even though it helps Nick. No, it doesn't. It doesn't help Nick. I don't know why people think it does. Because it doesn't. Because if anything, that would make him be a liar, right? What's the question here? I thought only questions. Well, her question was, why does people think that? But it's, I mean, she was in the box before I even said that also, though, but I did want to let her come up here. But before I mentioned the question, she was already waiting in the box. So, but I know that people have spread that. But I'm glad you actually did mention that, because people have spread that narrative and that all that misinformation. And Nick, MPG Cornerstone, which now these people, that's how crazy these people are. I'm telling you, they're now saying that that's not really Nick's people, but it is. It literally is, and now they're trying to get people to not even listen to them. It just goes to show you that they don't care about Nick; they care about themselves. Because why would they Starlight, I believe it was, even was saying don't donate to his spot fund because that's not really him, but it is. So now they're going to try to get people to not donate to him, all because they want their narrative to be the narrative because it has people listening to them. But it's that's why I said earlier, this isn't just affecting Gypsy; it's affecting Nick too, because these people are fake advocating for him. They don't care about him, and it's really sad. But MPG Cornerstone, y'all should go follow them. They say but I'm gonna let somebody else up.
I believe it goes back to Sam when we were kids. Okay. All right. Well, you guys have a great day, and thanks for letting me come up.
You must never heard me until later. It goes back to the saying. You can say your last piece. You must never heard me yet. You can finish though.
It goes back to I believe like I guess I believe in life like it goes back to as if we were kids. Like if everyone did onto others as they want done as them. You know what I'm saying? Like I get Gypsy did something bad, but if everyone did on others, if everyone did to Gypsy if they want done to us, treat her as you would want to be treated. I get she made a mistake, but would you want that to be held over your head for the rest of your life? You know?
Exactly.
So like I don't know. I just
I think it's the same.
I see her wanting to move forward, her wanting to do better. Granted, there's probation and parole and stipulations that holds her from being able to do certain things in life that she wants to do right now. But I see her wanting to move forward with a baby and a significant other or a person she wants to be with. But it's like nobody wants to let her move forward and not essentially forget about what she's done, but move forward and progress in her life. And that's sad. It's sad that as human beings, we can't acknowledge that she's trying to do something better with her life. I don't know. But thank you for having me up here. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you coming up. We're going to let some more people in the box. Please don't come in the box if you don't have a question going forward.
Yeah, Amber was already in the box, so that.
Oh yeah, no. I wasn't talking to Amber. I heard you tell her that already. I know she does. We don't mean her. Thank you so much, Amber.
Thank you. Oh, what's wrong with this? Okay, husband. All right, let's see. Oh, did you pick somebody already? Oh, no. Okay.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I have a couple questions, and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not assuming, I'm asking. I have heard one that her dad has a genetic disease that he won't get checked that can actually be passed to Gypsy and her baby. And they said that they keep asking him, and I cannot remember the name. Okay, is that really true?
No, that's not true. And
Okay.
that's something that I'm not gonna really talk on much, but he has never refused to take that test.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not true. I'll just say that. I'll leave it there. But that's not true.
And then why is people, okay, I know for a fact that the mother did not have Munchausen disease, whatever it's called, because my mother is doing the same exact thing to my brother. And I mean, the same exact thing with the papers, controlling him, calling the doctors. And Gypsy, I'm not saying that she did what was right, but no, it's no way out. Everybody keeps saying, well, she could have found a way out. No, you cannot. If you run away, all they do is call the police, and the police will bring my brother right back. My brother was born in 01. He's, 22, 23. He did the same thing as Gypsy, ran away. He did this, he did that. The hospital even called the cops one time, saying that he could speak for himself. They threw her out of the hospital. She called the cops. The cops said, yes, she does have the rights, and run her right back to the hospital. It's sad.
Gypsy had guardianship. Why didn't he get help? Does she have like guardianship over him, or is he in a conservative?
I call it dog papers, and he does not need it. She's doing it.
So sad. I am so sorry.
She's doing it for the check. She's doing it for the attention. See, Munchausen is for the attention, okay? Just like Gypsy, her mama was doing it basically for the free Disneyland trips.
It was definitely both, because she never got benefits at first from it. Like for the first, like Gypsy, there was life before Missouri. There was life before her mom was getting all these trips. Like when she first did it, it was 100% for attention, because she wasn't getting any money from it. And a lot of people think it was to try to get Rod back, which did help at first, because he did come back. And it was because he thought he had a sick child, but he only lasted for a month, and he realized he just did not love Dee Dee, so he couldn't stand it. But you can have Munchausen by proxy and also malinger as well. It could be both. So because she definitely Gypsy even talks about, like, her mom used to go to these events around their community that they didn't need to go to. Like they didn't
Right.
benefit from them, but they went there. How they benefited was attention anyway. Like she would go there and people just knew her as like, oh, that's the mom that her child's so sick and she's such a good mom. So she would go to these events like school bag drive, like where you go get a free school bag and supplies. She wouldn't go get one, but she would
Right.
go to these events where the community was so she could be seen as like the woman with the child with the wheelchair. So there was things that she did for attention.
Right, but see,
that was very-
Munchausen is they want attention from the doctors because they have said it before.
All people, anybody. They just want
Right,
attention.
and yes, I have tried to help my brother, but when you have the churches and, like you said, the neighborhood and the friends against you, is 1 against 5,000. And then, yes, my brother had just had a surgery last year that he did not need. He has a vice that goes from his chest to his brain to control his seizures. He does have seizures, but not bad as she doing. You see what I'm saying? And what she does is swipe that vice until she makes the battery run out faster than it's supposed to be. The battery supposed to run out 3 to 5 years. She's doing it on 1.5 years. So there's nothing I could do. I don't have nothing to do with her anymore because I couldn't watch it be done. He's on 26 different medicines. 26, 25. So I know about Gypsy. So nobody can know anything unless you're in that shoes. Gypsy had no way out unless she did what she did or unless she did it to herself. You see what I'm saying? And I hate that people keep saying, well, she's going to be worse than a mom and she's going to do it to her child. If Gypsy's like I was, a chain breaker, she's going to be okay. But give this woman a chance. And then they keep on saying, well, CPS is already watching her, or CPS is it will be watching her. And then her stepmom.
Because of y'all, that's why. Not
me.
No, I'm not saying y'all. I'm saying like y'all out there doing that because you're talking to them. I'm talking to them too. Like,
yeah,
I'm saying like that's the reason. Like it'll be because they're reporting her.
And I heard also her stepmom has said that she knows for a fact that she lied about all her surgeries. She only had that one surgery. Is that true?
A lie. No, that's a complete lie. No, that because I mean, gosh, they had pictures. They were showing pictures in the documentaries of her after surgeries, like in the hospital bed, like so they know that she had more than one surgery.
And see, my brother has a CPS worker that comes to the house every 3 months, and she's my mom's best friend. That's how bad that she's good at these lies. Yes, ma'am.
That's how good Dee Dee. Like the way that it's so crazy. I mean, like I read the DFS report a little while ago. She okay. If you lie about, you say you don't have any documents for her, and then when they come back and say, okay, like there's a mix up, blah blah, and then you say, oh, I don't know why. It must be because of Katrina, like something to do with Katrina. And then that's a lie. So then they come back and you finally say, oh, it's because my ex-husband, we are scared of him, so I changed it. The fact that she was getting reported for a possibility of Munchausen by proxy, which is based on deception, and the fact that they didn't like really dig and investigate because she already had lied 3 times to them, it just blows my mind. It just goes to show you that the system failed her. It fails most people. But. And
I'm gonna tell you another thing that they do, because my mom does it. She gets pissed off if the doctor don't do what she wants her to do. So yes, you have I call them crook doctors, that she would jump from doctor to doctor till she gets a doctor that will believe her. And she won't let my brother talk. That's why she could make sure she gets them. I call them doggy papers. She's like, well, here's the papers. He can't talk on his own, but she got him working. She got him working at Chick-fil-A for 3 days, and he only works, I think, 3 hours or whatever it is. And it's so sad because she has my other brothers convinced that he's really bad. So they went to his interview at Chick-fil-A talking about how bad he is. He can't work in the heat. He can't do this. So she got even the Chick-fil-A boss believing that he is so sick. So they baby him there too.
How old is he?
He was born in 2001, so I guess he would be 22, 23.
That's so sad. I'm so sorry.
And it's not. That's why I hate that they don't understand Gypsy. Talk about, where's another way out? No, it's not. Literally, there's no, when they got them papers on you, no way out. And she bragged.
She never had papers on her. I do want to make that clear because people will be saying something she didn't, but she thought she did. Like her mom made her believe that she had papers on her.
Right. But my brother actually does. Yeah. And my other brother, when he gets out of line or whatever, he will beat him with the belts and have scars and stuff on him.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, CPS sucks. They don't care. Yes, I done called
Oh my
or
God.
whatever, and then he will lie. My brother, just like Gypsy said for her mama, that they will lie, and he thinks his mama's like the God's gift to earth. Like, and the one time the teacher was going to take my brother away and put him on the farm away from her, but she made him go up there and cry and about, well, I'm gonna commit, da 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 da. I can't say it on here. And so the teacher's like, okay, well, never mind. Maybe it's okay at home. And yeah, so he's stuck at home. I mean, it really is. I mean, he could run to Africa and they find out, and if they want to extradite him back, they will. I mean, it's no way out. It's really
You really
not.
do need to get justice. I'm gonna follow you because like this is so sad to me. It's like literally breaking my heart.
Yeah. And she brags about it. I mean, she like one time she went around crying about he won a PlayStation so bad he ended up with 5 PlayStations. Five. No lie.
I'm gonna get in contact with you, and like I really want to. I mean, I know that I'm nobody, but I know with a community of people, you never know what can happen. Like this is really sad.
Yeah, like I told you, I don't talk to him anymore because she tried to manipulate me, and I wouldn't let her do it. And my brother that lives in Texas, he was born in '91. She manipulates him. She started crying, talking about this and this and that. Basically, he works at FedEx, and he would run down there and take care of her. And then my other brother's in prison. I mean, we went through a bad childhood. I mean, if I told you, it's bad. But anyhow, she got him convinced. She got everybody convinced, and I'm the only one that broke the chain that it did end up in jail or on DURGS because I wouldn't let her control me. She has nothing to do with you. She can't control you or manipulate you. Yeah. And I mean, she has churches, the doctors.
I'm gonna absolutely get in touch with you because I know you don't talk to him anymore, but like if we can somehow bring awareness to this, because this is really sad and it's not okay, and I don't think it's something that should just be ignored. And that really
Yeah, but when you like a Gypsy, when you do all you could do, and I even tried to tell the doctors at Children's Hospital one time because that's where he was going, what she's doing. They said, well, we can see on the monitor he's not having seizures like that, but it's just we have to follow protocol, and this is what we see. And he's saying that is, and he said out of his mouth saying it is like this. I'm like, yeah, because his mother's telling him to say that. Y'all not listening. I mean, what else can I do? I call CPS.
Y'all, they say, the studies that I read on Munchausen by proxy, so even if it's malignant, I mean, it's still, the thing is, she might be doing it just for money, but that same type of like brainwashing and grooming, the thing is some of these people, like what will happen is even when they get out of their abuser's care, they will still act like this. It'll take a while to unlearn this because they are so used to living this way, and it's really, really sad. And that's why he just goes along with it because that's what he knows and that's what he's been told to do. And he's terrified probably of saying the wrong thing. And because he does have this like trauma bond with your mother probably.
Right. And then my so-called dad, they was together in a DV relationship, right? Well, when she didn't get her way or he went somewhere, one time she lied, my Aunt Latrell said, and said a man tried to MO, if you know what I'm trying to say, at a park on me. And he ran, mind you, he was doing it to me. My own dad was doing it to me, but he didn't want another man doing it to me. So she had him run to a park with a NIFE. And everybody there at the park was like, hold on, that man didn't do that. That man wasn't even around that child. That's how crazy she is. Yeah. That's how manipulating crazy she is. And I have nothing to do with it. That's why I feel so sorry for Gypsy, how they doing her and the world is doing her. Like, well, murder is not a reason to do this and do that. Well, she had no way out. What was she going to do? Wait till her mama passes? Well, I mean, what? I'm not saying I don't blame her for what she did, but at the same time, you get tired of taking 26 different medicines. At the same time, you get tired of being abused when she gets mad. You get tired of surgeries that you may or may not need. You see what I'm saying? You may need them, but you may not need them at the time, or they may not be as needed. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they say, I need back surgery on my back. Well, I don't want to do it because they say back surgery, if you take it, it makes your back worse. Okay, well then I'm not going to need it. You see what I'm saying? Or if this needs to be done, maybe I'll wait till I'm an adult and I can make the decisions. Gypsy said at her home out that her mama lied about her age after she's seen her Medicaid card.
Right. Well, again, I appreciate you. And I am gonna reach out to you.
Okay.
And I'm really sorry that your brother has to go through that.
It's okay. I mean,
But I do appreciate you coming up.
yes, ma'am.
And
And
like
I
I
thank
said,
you for letting me talk.
of course. Like I said, I am gonna reach out to you because there are people in this world that do care. A lot of people are cruel, but they do have a lot of people in this world who do have hearts that actually care about people they don't know. So thank you again for coming up, and I'm gonna go ahead and let Ashley now ask her question.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thank you again.
Hello, Ashley. How are you?
I'm good. I have a quick question. Are you and Gypsy fucking delusional?
Oh my God! You just sat here and watched a lady
fucking
talk about what's
delusional.
happening to her fucking brother.
You
You come
are
over here with this bullshit. Like, get the hell out of here, dude. Get the hell out of here.
How are y'all delusional? I'm sorry. I'll be quiet. I promise I will. But how are y'all delusional? And even if Gypsy wasn't your friend, I mean, what was she supposed to do? Off herself?
So sad. Anyways, next person. Hello, Emily. How are you?
I'm good.
You're a good witch or a bad witch?
I don't know at this point.
What's your question?
Do you happen to know at all, like how, like, I don't know if you stay in contact with her or if she is doing good in therapy at all?
Yeah, she was just in here earlier.
Was she?
Yeah, no, she's doing really good. She actually even one day when I spoke to her, she said she was wanting to add more days to her therapy. Like, she really enjoys therapy. She's learning a lot from it, and she's applying it to her life, which is what matters the most. But she's doing really good, considering, the situation and all the horrible, just like people out here that's just been like so disgusting towards her. I think she's doing pretty good.
That's great, because I don't think people realize the amount, like, the amount, the impact that that amount of trauma has on your life. People don't realize what it does to you when you go through it your entire life. You don't know anything else from the time you grow up. You forget things, you remember things constantly that you didn't remember. Like, I'm constantly remembering things, new things that have happened all the time.
Right.
And I bring them up weekly to my therapist and my peer support. Like, I'm in therapy, different little therapy and sub therapy things, and seeing people all the time, and I'm remembering new things and re-traumatized all the time and remembering new things, and people are trying to pick apart her story, and I'm like, but it makes sense that she's remembering all of these new things and trying to piece all of her life together, and we're trying to pick it apart. Everybody's trying to pick it apart. Don't try to pick it apart. Just let her try to piece her life together.
I know, it's really sad, and people, or oh no, they already been muted. Mama calls.
Emily, my counselor told me because I was essayed and very tortured from the age of 5 to 12. I even started the P word at 5 because of what my so-called dad did to me. And she's told, my counselor explained it.
Your brain protects you that way, and you forget things.
Let me just answer this. Graceland, I need to put this in the box. I need to add this to the thing. Why are you sitting here and talking about her life? Because I'm allowed to. I've gotten permission to. So have a great day. Anyways, I'm gonna let somebody else up to ask a question though, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm trying to be better at that. I'm trying to be better at because people will get upset in the comments. I'm trying to be better at going to the next person. So I appreciate y'all so much. But I'm gonna let somebody up to answer questions. I know I got all these boxes up here because I can't figure out how to remove them. But Emily, if you have another question, I can answer it. But if not, I'm gonna go ahead and rotate out. I'm gonna take y'all down and get more people up here. Okay.
Okay, that was my only question.
Okay, I appreciate you so much. But thanks for coming up. And you too, Heavenly. Okay. Let me also hold on one second. Well, actually, you can bring the next person up. Crystal. Well, you can. I can wait actually, because I want to do this. Hello.
Hello. So before I ask my actual question, I have a little TikTok information for you guys. You know, you can set a timer on the box that allows people a certain period of time to talk. Yeah. So I do have a question. And if you don't know the answer, that's fine. But in your conversations with Gypsy, has she expressed to you at what point in her past did she realize that she was being abused? Like, and I'm not talking about the event with Nick, that specific thing, because obviously that was a reactive thing in regards to the situation. But was it through therapy, or was it through people telling her, or like?
I can explain that.
Okay, because I'm just like, I'm curious.
So I don't know an exact age. So I don't know an exact age, but the way that Gypsy explained it to me, because she was telling me, even her dad's like, at some age, you had to be maybe a part of like going along with it. Which we all know, well, not all of us, unfortunately, but just because you're complicit in something doesn't make you not a victim, But so I don't know the exact age. I think she says around 14 is when she started just being more aware of something's just not right here. And then as she got older, it was more and more things would happen, and she started questioning. She was confused because she loved her mom. That was her best friend. And for her, what made it so hard for her not to react, I guess, is the fact that her mom made her feel very guilty, almost like she had to keep this secret. They never talked about it. It wasn't like something she said you have to keep, but it was like a knowing between them. It was like a toxic, like she said, like a toxic marriage almost, where someone stays with their abuser and acts like nothing's wrong type thing. And which I talked about this the other day, but one of the things she shared with me not even a week ago was that her mom had had wrote her a letter after she ran away to Dan's, and after her mom did, she locked her. She chained her to the bed, and she said she actually left a note right next to her head. So she was able to get it, and she read it. And basically her mom told her, there's some things that are not forgivable, and this is one of them. You broke my heart. And basically in so many words told her, you almost let the walls come down. And so she made Gypsy feel guilty for escaping her abuse. And so she put, when Gypsy told me this, and the way she says it, obviously because it's her story, it's I literally started crying on the phone. It broke my fucking heart in half. Just imagine someone finally being brave enough to try to leave, and then you get caught and you're chained so bad, and you have to read a letter from your mom who makes you feel like it's all you hurt her. Not even though you've been hurting your daughter, you hurt her. So Gypsy, it's she knew that there was some sicknesses that she didn't have, that she didn't know. She wasn't sure if she really had cancer or not. There was something even though she never had a seizure before, her mom told her she had a seizure disorder, so she wasn't even sure about that, but she knew that she never had a seizure. But so there was some things that she was confused about as far as her health, or some things wrong with me, or not, but she knew that she was capable of walking, and she knew that this isn't normal, but I think it was I was saying a while ago, the trauma bond. It was she after that situation, she felt like she had to earn her mom's love back, which is crazy, right? Because what? You were trying to run away from her and what she was doing to you. But so that's kind of what it was. And I think eventually that's another reason I feel like she thought it was her only way out. But there are also some things that she learned through therapy that she didn't realize, she didn't realize how deep it really was, how much of a web of lies her mom had spun, and how deep the con was. Because there are some things she truly felt like her mom wasn't ever malingering, it was just Munchausen. Well, she didn't know what Munchausen by proxy was, but looking back, she's so there was things. I think there was money that she was receiving that Gypsy didn't even know about. Because she even said, she's like, I truly don't believe it was malingering of my mom. I think it was just munchausen by proxy. She's like, because we didn't, other than, yeah, I got to go to Disney World and like we had these trips, but like actual money, like she's like, even with Miranda Lambert, my mom had asked her if she could share a GoFundMe for the medical conference. So her mom sometimes would get this money and they would go like to things with it for attention, the medical conference. That's what a lot of people, when they say it's just malingering, I know I'm going on and on, but this is important to explain. Like her mom would get this money, but they would go to bigger things that like Gypsy could be, both of them could get all this attention because Dee Dee was like this known person at all these events because she was Gypsy's perfect mom that just spends all her time taking care of her daughter. So a lot of people think it's all like about benefits. It truly isn't. Gypsy, so much so that Gypsy doesn't even know how deep it ran. And I believe her. There's never been anything that I feel like Gypsy, there's never been anything that she's told me that I've looked up and like tried to find the answers to that just don't make sense. They really doesn't. So I trust her and I know that she's being honest when she says that. But anyways, I don't know if I answered your question, but that was her feelings about it and how she felt. Because I asked her before, when do you think you ever really knew? And do you think your mom so I've asked her those questions. But as far as other things, I think there's a lot that she did find out in therapy that she didn't even realize, like this was abusive that your mom did. This was abusive that your mom did. But yeah, I think now she understands it all, and she understands that she was abused and like all the aspects that she was. But I think that some of it didn't happen until she was in therapy. But yeah, so I'm gonna shut up now. I don't know if that helped at all.
Bree, wave at the camera. Oh, why can't I hear you?
You can hear me now, right? You could hear me before?
No, I can't.
You never heard me before?
No, I did. I just for that second, I didn't.
Oh yeah, because I was muting because I was trying to let Mama Call talk, but she's not.
I'm
Mama
watching.
Call.
I'm watching.
Oh, I'm here. I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you. You definitely answered my question. It's just there. And thank you for sharing her personal information at her approval with us.
Definitely but anyways, I'm gonna let the next person up. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Oh wait. Sorry, y'all. Crystal left. Crystal went bye-bye.
Yeah, where'd she go?
Where you at, Crystal? I'm gonna let the next person up. I'm gonna make it. Oh wait, there she is. Oh, I like you at the top. Oh well. Not that it matters. All right, now this is working. Okay. Let me add another person up. And they can ask a question. Remember, y'all, try to be questions only, please, please, please. Let's see if somebody was in here already. We'll do this one. Yeah. Hello, mate. Okay. Oh wait, am I muted? No, I'm not. Sometimes I'll be saying silly stuff and I'm muted. When I'm not muted and I think I am, but anyways, it's me. It's not working. I wonder if that's me. Like when it doesn't let people in a box, is it like is it something to do with my live probably or theirs or their account? No.
I found it. It was in there. I can't hear anybody.
You can't hear anybody?
There it goes. So I just got done watching all the documentaries. Is it all true of how it went down?
If you're watching documentaries, the way that it shares it, I don't know what you mean by that. Like, I don't know what documentaries did you watch?
Like her mom really did lie about her age, lie about her illness.
Mm-hmm. She did. All of that's true. Some people will sit there and say it's not, but there's proof in her medical records and in a lot of other ways it's true. What Nick says it. They both say it. The only person that's not here is Dee Dee, and her truth can be found through Gypsy's records because she speaks, to doctors. But yeah.
You know, my heart goes out to Gypsy because my mom was abusive to me. So my heart goes out to her like through thick and thin, and I have her back through 100%.
Well, I'm sure she appreciates that. And I appreciate you for coming up.
Mm-hmm. But thank you for bringing everything to truth.
No problem. Hopefully people start listening, more people anyway. All right. Yeah. Oops. Ah.
I would talk, but it's really loud where I'm at, so that's why I'm staying muted. But I'll
Okay, hopefully this will make everybody shut up. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, kind of. Okay. Oh, somebody else came up? Oh, no. Okay, let's see. Just Katie! Woo! Unless somebody else up, but we love Katie. We love Katie.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. All right, let's see. Okay, Courtney. What?
Hey guys.
Hello.
Bree, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Hello, how are you? You have a question?
So all we do is talk and then y'all can hear us?
Yep. You got a question about the current conversation?
My only question is, why do so many people doubt that's what happened to her? It's researchable. Anyone can look it up.
Oh, because they think it's all a lie. It's a narrative that Gypsy put out herself. So they think that that's not good enough. So it's sad. People will say anything to discredit and validate this girl, and it's really sad. But unfortunately, that's where we're at in life. Yeah.
I think too, Bree, I don't know if you'll agree. I think just because some people can't fathom what happened because they didn't walk in her shoes, that they just refuse to believe it. Like, you know, does that make any sense? Like, just because I don't necessarily understand something somebody did, I'm not going to discredit what has proven that they went through.
Right.
I just feel like at some point, obviously, she had to have had some type of a mental instability because of the abuse that she was going through for years and the medication that she was on for years that she didn't need, that has to take a toll on your body. And then mentally, it's like, what do people expect?
Right.
But two, you know, my biggest thought process was, I don't know why anybody doesn't stop to think how much you have to go through to do what happened. Like, how much mentally torture do you have to take to push you to do what happened?
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't get it, but I mean, I guess you're not going to change. I guess you're not going to change everybody's mind, but I mean,
right.
That's about it.
Right. But do you have any other? I'm sorry, I'm trying to make this thing. Do you have a question now? Or anything else? Just so I'm not giving a lot of people.
No, I don't really think that I do. No, I
appreciate you coming up, and I appreciate your mind and the way that you would think logically. I appreciate that actually the most. Some people just can't do that, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, people in this world are messed up. So, well, I appreciate you taking my question. That was all. I hope that she gets, the continuing help that she needs, and she thrives and lives a great life because she deserves to.
No, it's not, Katie. Oh, thank you so much. Wait, Chris. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this.
Okay,
I
hold
cannot
on.
do two things at one time. I've lost.
I'm going to restart my StreamYard and hope that it fixed the audio issue. So give me just a second.
Because I mean, nothing makes any money. People just don't ever shut up anyway. Come on, finally. Sorry. Okay, now we can bring somebody up.
Oh, I was talking to myself the whole
If you want to pick
time.
them, Katie or Crystal.
Anyways, I have no idea why the
I can't see it.
audio. Whoops, I have no idea why the audio is like that, but we're just gonna have to deal with it.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
Good. You have a question?
So Bree, where do you live?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. How's your weather down there?
Good.
I used to live down in Baton Rouge. Now I'm in Georgia. Are you hot down there? So you can only join if you have a question?
Yes, right now we're only taking questions. You're twins.
It's we did state that, but you might not have been in here.
Okay.
Yeah, just because we're trying to answer this question. Let me. I hate that, y'all. I really don't want to be rude, but okay.
Austin.
There we go. Now y'all got the note. Boston, why you said I can't? What you saying you can't too? Okay. Questions only. Remember, y'all, please, questions only for now, and then y'all can come up here and talk about whatever you want after we do questions. Well, maybe not, because I'll probably get off. But okay, you've been up here for a while.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Let me take this off the charger. Can you hear me good?
Yes.
I'm born and raised in New Orleans as well. I'm a West Bank girl.
Okay.
But I have a
Couldn't have
question.
told by your voice. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm the best bank West Bank girl. You got it. I have a question. I don't know. It does compare. Watching social media, I see that the guy is trying to get a new trial. How does Gypsy feel about that? You know, was that ever talk? Does she ever talk about?
Doesn't really talk about Nick, but I think she feels. I'm sorry to cut you off. She doesn't ever talk about Nick, but I think that she wishes him the best. So if if the best for him would be a new trial, and then she'll be okay with that.
Now, would that affect her?
No.
Okay. Okay. That's all I have. I know you're very busy, but it was nice seeing you.
Yes. Yes.
You take care.
You too, girl.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Let's see. Next person. Okay. I get scared of y'all. I don't know if y'all gonna be a bad witch or a good witch.
Are you having me do it or are you doing it? Because I think we're both.
No, it's okay. If there's another person that gets up, I'll just pause one. I won't like mute them. Until now. Hello, Jennifer. How are you?
Good. What's happening?
So you have a question?
I've just been kind of following like the series online and kind of watching snippets like on TikTok and what have you. And I'm kind of new to the game. And from what I understand, there's a lot more coming out. And I'm just kind of seeing how different it is from what I'm actually seeing on the media.
Yeah, there's nothing new that's ever going to come out about this. I can promise you that. Unless, like, he gets a new trial, then, like, that'll be the new news. Like, he got a new trial. But as far as anything else, it's not. These people are just trying to make money off of Nick and Gypsy. They're exploiting them.
Right. I figure that's 90% of what I may be seeing or hearing. I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what's happening, and they can deny it all they want, but that's just the truth. Even Nick has a team. It's called MPG Cornerstone. They have even come out and debunked. These people have made it very clear that they don't even like these people, but they continue to spread lies.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just curious to hear what's true and what's not. And, you know, I wish her the best. I hope she has a good chance at life.
Well, I appreciate you, and stick around, watch my videos, watch my lives if you want to, and you will learn the truth. I mean, people don't have to accept that, but it's the truth. Right. Something that's because I have a fact, like it's because I've seen it, the evidence, and not just because Gypsy told me. People think that for whatever reason, but yeah. So
I don't know. I'd like to see the
you,
truth.
if you hear anything you hear about something that's happening by Gypsy's house is a lie. Just know that. That's all it's before.
Right. Well, add me as a friend. I'll catch up with you all later. I got to go get ready for my night. But yeah, like I've been watching because I'm like, I was born wrong. Like I should have been a CSI investigator. Like I did that shit, and I want to know the truth.
That's funny. Well, I appreciate you.
Oh. All right. Well, good luck.
You have a good night. I mean, good day, night, whatever you want to say. Hello, Kat. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. How are you
Hi.
doing?
I didn't know this was just about questions, but I'm 67, and you were talking about childhood abuse from your mother.
Oh yeah, somebody else was talking about we were talking about Gypsy. We're asking questions so we can correct some misinformation. So, but yeah, that's what we're doing.
I'm just finding out answers to my questions as I'm growing up and becoming 67, and my mother came to the end of her life, and we finally became friends. So I guess if I'm going to come up with a question, when you're a child growing up in that era, and everybody was acting like that. Children should be seen and not heard, and your mother was picking you up by the hair and just wait till your father comes home. And why was that not addressed at that time?
With what? With her? Oh, you talking about that in that generation?
In that generation, I'm a total different.
That I will say is not my line of I'm not good, but I'm answering questions.
Or is it still being done?
I know. It's sad. It's never okay to abuse a child.
I know, but you know, children of that era didn't know they were being abused. Children of this era are like, I'm telling my teacher, I'm calling, you know, whatever. We never thought of that.
Well, I think it's okay. There's more awareness in this generation and my generation. I'm 45, I'm not a minor, and my children's generation, where there's more awareness. Where just wait till your parents get home is not a PC thing to say anymore. But we appreciate your asking the questions. I mean, is that all we could do for you?
Yeah, I guess.
We appreciate
that.
Stick around and listen.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate you. Okay, let's see. Hadley. That's a pretty name. Hadley. Here's a question. Hello,
Hi. Can you hear me? So I was just wondering how she copes with, like, you know, like when she's out and about and people come at her with negativity.
They don't. That's the thing. They don't. She's never had a bad experience in public ever.
Really? That's amazing.
Keyboard warriors. It's keyboard warriors that only.
I hate how people hide behind screens and attack people.
Yep. I mean, even people, to be honest with you, I've had it to where people are live talking straight shit about her, and then she comes into my live, and then they'll be like, oh my God, hey, Gypsy. I'm like, these fake ass people.
I freaking hate that. She doesn't deserve how people treat her, especially online, and like the media lies every single day.
I know.
Haven't you even been in public with her and people wanted her picture?
Yes, I was at dance class with her, and like I'm telling you, everybody was so nice to her and sweet with her. Like, she's never had a bad experience in public ever. Not yet. So,
I really hope that it doesn't come to that, because, you know, like the world is becoming really crazy and people are becoming very ballsy, and
she doesn't go too far anyways. So, I mean, maybe She stays like, she's at her house. She stays in our area. If she's by Kim, she stays, right there. So I mean, it's not like she goes out and about all the time. But when she does, there's a lot of people there, and not everybody is so nice to her. But yep.
And I'm glad. It makes me happy that she's got this experience to become a mother and everything, and hopefully change how her child grows up compared to how she grew up. She gets that chance, and it makes me happy for her. I'm behind her 100%.
Well, we appreciate you. I know she does.
Well, thank you.
Hadley. We're gonna rotate now. Thank you so much, though.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I don't want y'all to ever feel y'all being kicked out. Oh Lord.
Just saying, I'm double watching you.
Okay, let's just say, not this one, but I'm just gonna say, hello, let's see. Are you a good witch? Are you a bad witch? Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Hi, sweetie.
Oh, hey, she must be a good witch.
No, I'm good. I was just wondering, like, how is she going to handle? What is her thought process of being a mother? Since what she has been dealt in her cards, and that repetitiveness, like, you have been done so wrong for so long. If that does not, like, hinder you and how you feel like you're going to be a mother.
I think it's important to remember that, to know this anyway, that there's never been a case that we know of. It does go underdiagnosed. It is underdiagnosed and goes undetected a lot, but there's never been a case where a survivor or a victim, whatever, a Munchausen by proxy went on to do that to their child. So that's a good thing. But I also know that she has such a huge, amazing support system, and I really think that Gypsy's going to be an amazing mom. So I have no worries at all.
Yeah. I pray for her and the whole circumstance. I mean, she's in the public eye 24/7 under a microscope. And it seems like that everybody that has talked crap about her on this app has never, until you go through the storm, you don't know it. I mean, you can sit there and judge all day long, but you don't know behind closed doors what goes on, And I just pray for her, and I pray for everybody that's surrounding her. But I just wanted to ask that comment because I know, I mean, if you're close to her, you know her as a person, and mentally, is she gonna, is she okay? I know she's been shut up from talk. Because
I mean, she doesn't really talk about any of this because it doesn't. I know a lot of people ask, so why she doesn't defend herself? Why this? Why that? Yeah. Nobody would let her. Trust me. If she tried to defend herself, everything she said would be manipulated, would be twisted. Yes. So it's just best she doesn't. She needs to protect her mental health as well.
Exactly.
And protect herself from being stressed. She's pregnant, and even if she wasn't, she comes before anyone to herself. I mean, just like I should come. I mean, everybody should worry about their own self and their own mental health before they do anything on the internet. Honestly.
Exactly.
Thick skin to do it. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know how she does it.
I don't know either. She had to take a step back. She's not on as much as she used to be. And
yeah, I've noticed that, and I've just been praying for her because that.
Yeah, but that's for a reason. It's not because she's not okay. It's because she knows she's prioritizing.
Yeah, you have to put yourself before anything else. I mean, and especially her being a mom, fixing to be a mom. But thank you for the time. I appreciate it.
All right, let's see.
Do you want me to do it, or are you going to do it, Bree?
I just want to see this person because I don't trust them Chucky people. But are you a good witch or a bad witch?
No, I love Gypsy. So, my question is, when all this first came out, or when everybody, the tables kind of turned, and now Gypsy has, all these creators trying to paint her in this really bad light, I kind of started following everyone, even though they kind of drive me nuts now. But what I saw yesterday, one of them, they're so ready for Dee Dee's autopsy to come out. It's gonna show some big bombshell that the police didn't already catch, and that they think that this is just gonna turn everything around. And we obviously, I in my sound mind, think that that's not going to be the case at all. I was just curious thoughts about that.
Well, I can help them people, actually. They don't even have to wait. Oh my God, can you believe it? Okay, so here's the thing. If you go to YouTube and type in Nick's trial, like go to Nick's trial and listen to the first part, 30 minutes in, guess what you're going to hear? The person go over the autopsy. Can you believe it, y'all? Y'all can actually hear it. I know it's not going to be good enough for some of y'all because, but yeah. So you can actually, if you go to part 1, 30 minutes in, you'll hear it. We played it on here before. Maybe I'll do it later. If
I
I'm
would
on.
love that. I would totally listen in on that.
After I answer some more questions, I'm going to get off for the rest of the day. And then I'm going to come back on tonight and we're going to actually, that's going to be the first thing we do is listen to that. So everybody, look at y'all. Y'all going to hear it here first, even though it's been on YouTube for 5 years probably. But, and I'm not saying this to you, I'm saying this to them. They're all like waiting for the autopsy to come out. It's so annoying.
Yeah, no, it is.
Y'all are going to hear it here. Unless you want to go hear it yourself, go to YouTube, watch part 1, 30 minutes in. And then you're going to hear him explain the entire thing. Yep.
Thank you so much for answering my question. I'm so glad that Gypsy has you, and she has a lot of supporters. So wishing her the best.
Even if there's a lot of hate, she still knows that there's people that love her out there. So
exactly.
I listen to your live a lot. She is a supporter, Bree.
Oh, let me follow you. I'm sorry, I see that Chucky, that little Chucky thing. I'm like, Chucky Rose. I'm thinking about Chucky Rose. I'm like, I don't like Chucky Rose.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I should. No,
you're fine, girl.
Forever.
No.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wait, Bree isn't telling everything. Kathy Jill, why don't you come up? Y'all got a lot to talk, but y'all never come up. Kathy, tell me what I'm not telling. I mean, you can't really say everything in one breath, but Kathy Joe, actually, before we let anybody else up, I want to give you the opportunity to come up and share with everybody the things that I'm not telling. Please, please, I'm begging you, because you know what? I need help up here. I need you to tell everyone what I'm not saying. Please, please do so.
Bree, try to invite Kathy Joe.
Yeah, let's do that, Kathy. Come up here, girl. You got enough people. Come on, girlfriend. Get up here. I don't know how to do it, but just come up here. And request a box and come on up. Come on down, Kathy. Come on, come tell everybody what I'm not saying. Because if I'm not saying something, I want people to know what I'm not. I would love people. I want people to know the truth and the facts. So please come up. I hope that you requested. No, still not? Okay. Well, I'll give you one more minute. Well, actually, I'm going to give you until I go grab a oats may, okay? When I get back, if you're not requesting, then be quiet, okay? Okay. Y'all want to talk the talk, you better walk the walk. Bree's not telling everything. Ooh. Wait, I need to use my thing. Hold on one second. Bree's not telling everything. Anyway, tacos.
Hi, I wanted to mute my mic real quick. I'm sorry. Like I've been watching your lives, I guess, since like this morning. Real quick, I was muted earlier for saying like I love your live, and I don't know why.
Really?
I was.
It must have been an accident. I'm so sorry.
Like the only comment I posted, and then like I haven't been able to comment. No, it's okay. I get it. Over 600, 900 people last time. I'm not like mad or anything. So I guess you guys are on the side of like supporting Gypsy.
Yes, I support the truth, which includes Gypsy. So yeah.
No. I just want to
I'm just saying I like to answer it that way because I don't really like the sides, and because I even I have empathy for Nick too. But yes, I do support Gypsy.
I have empathy for Nick. I feel bad, for what he did, but again, like it wasn't right at all. But I just came up and had a question. So that I'm not saying all of her medical procedures, but like some of them were actually necessary. Because did you know that she was born with a chromosome defect?
Yes, but the only surgery that has anything to do with her chromosome defect is her eye surgery, nothing else.
Yeah, no. And then I know oh yeah, I know people like were bashing her like about being able to walk and like her not needing the wheelchair. She actually did because she had she had weak muscle tone and like her feeding tube was actually necessary.
No. That's not true though. That's not true. That's what people are saying, but that's actually not true. They say there was one time in her entire medical records, all 10,000 plus pages, that they ever said they found any muscle weakness. And put it this way, if I was to go to the hospital and they found that on me, they wouldn't even tell me. Dee Dee was searching and digging for something. So, but also it said due to disuse. In her records, it says due to disuse. And there's never been a time since then that they ever say anything with muscle weakness ever again. Like she never is found. Every test after that, and that was like in Louisiana. Every test after that was unremarkable. Like everything was fine. Her feeding tube. Okay, you have to think. Dee Dee never took out her feeding tube ever. And Gypsy was 96 years old when she was arrested.
Necessary for Gypsy.
What?
I said at one point it was actually necessary.
It wasn't though. It really wasn't though. That's what I'm saying. Okay, if it was necessary, why would her mother keep it in? It's because her mother. But it was never. Okay, there's witness statements of there's statements made by her family that they literally saw Gypsy trying to sneak food. Gypsy herself never remembers not being able to eat food. That's one of the first things that every person who has much on my proxy, that's one of the first things they try to do is try to get a feeding tube. And because they have complete control over the person. So the only person that would know if Gypsy really, really needed it would be her and her mother. And her mother's not here. But if you look off of her record, the simple fact that Dee Dee never got the feeding tube taken out of her, which would have happened once she knows she was healthier and once she gained weight, which she never did. And the fact that right when she got to prison, they went to she literally got to take it out. That proves that if she ever did need it, which according to her family members that seen this, and according to Gypsy, she never did. But let's just say her mom barely. I don't even know if her mom ever really put food in that thing. I think she put medicine in that thing. That's about it. In her Pediasure. I actually never really got a clear medicine. The only person that would know that, by the way, is Gypsy or Dee Dee. Not you, not me, not online influencers. The only person that would know if she ever got fed food inside there would be Gypsy and Dee Dee. But the fact that her mother would not take that out shows that it was put there for a reason.
Yeah, because I wanted to say in her medical.
That's 7. Yeah, it's 7 or something like that.
If she kind of put that in there, just for fun, not for fun, I guess, but just
when she's
to add more to Gypsy's case. But I know sometimes the failure to thrive cases, a feeding tube was necessary. But having it in for the duration of her entire life, that was not necessary. If you get what I'm saying.
Right, exactly. But if we really think about all the things, if you go through all the medical records, the fact that she didn't need it her whole life, but she kept it there, that means her mom wanted it there, which means that she was going to do anything she could do to put it there, which means that she would deprive her of food. If you see Gypsy before she gets her feeding tube, not long before, she is at a healthy looking weight, and then all of a sudden she's so skinny, so skinny, and then she gets the feeding tube. That's when she was diagnosed with failure to thrive. So the fact that her mother after that made very good use of it and made sure to always control her with that thing, and she never took it out, shows that it gave her the bare minimum so she can lose weight. And yet the reason it's more logical to think that's what happened is for the fact that her mother never took it out. So meaning that she made sure that it got put there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. But that was my only question. Thank you for being so nice and answering it.
Well, of course. And thank you for asking those questions, because those are the questions that people need to hear the answers to. So
yeah, but I'll hop off. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Sarah, I know that it says she has type 2 fiber whatever. She had atrophy. And but what I'm saying is never in her records after that does it say that she has any muscle weakness after they checked from when she was younger. Of course, it's still written in there because her mom wrote that down, but all the tests she had done on her muscle tone or whatever, in the rest of the records from later on, shows that the reports, shows the results was unremarkable. That's what I mean. I know back then, I know that they had not fibromyalgia. No, that's me. What is it called? Flaccid dysplasia or whatever. Hello, Eliza. Wait, I might be saying that wrong.
No, you're saying it correct.
Oh, okay. I like that name. How are you?
Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So the only question that I have is, I realized that when she did what she did, her neighbors were upset with her, or they just kind of refused to communicate with her. With the background information that we have, why are they still so upset with her?
I think, like, say Leah, for instance, for me, I mean, the conversation I had with Gypsy about it, it's not that she's upset with Gypsy. I mean, her anyway. I mean, the other ones might be, I don't know. I think it was more of, that it traumatized them as well. Like, so they have like this, it's like an understanding, but at the same time, it traumatized. It's a hard topic for them, I guess you can say, because I mean, they're like, God, we were there. Why didn't you tell? You know, it's hard for them it's hard for a lot of people, especially ones that are close to her, like to understand in some ways, if you get what I mean, like to know that some people just aren't able to grasp the full, picture, like to understand that like Gypsy, it was really hard for her to be willing to tell anybody, because first of all, everybody was failing her, and second of all, she had like a very toxic trauma bond with her mother. So I think that for them, the only thing I can guess, I can only guess because I don't know them or talk to them, but I know that Gypsy did talk to Aaliyah after going to prison a few times, and they just, mutually decided that like that would be the last time they talked, that would be it, And I think that, they was going through their own, trauma from this. So that's the only way that I could answer, because I can't really answer it for them,
Okay. Well, thank you. That's all I had.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm sorry, I don't really know the exact answer, but that's just the best I can do.
No, you're totally fine.
Thank you for coming up.
No problem. Come on.
Let's see. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Wait, hello, Sarah. How are you?
Good. How are you? So I'm totally on Gypsy's side, by the way. So the thing I wanted to say was about the like the muscle thing that you guys were just talking about. If anything, I would imagine, like, with all the medications that she was on due to her mom and stuff, like, wouldn't that affect her muscles as well?
Well, that's actually a really good information, because here's the thing: when I was going through her medical records and going through her medications and stuff, at that time, especially when she got that first, I'm not one of the tests that does touch some muscle weakness. The medication she was on, let's see, like I want to say 7 out of 9 of them had side effects of muscle weakness. 7 of them probably. I don't know the exact number, but so, and her mom was very manipulative and very calculating, and she had notes on this in her notebook under her bed, actually. And there were things that she tried to get them to prescribe her to be able to hopefully mimic symptoms of something she wanted to get her diagnosed with. And she also had a prescription pad, so we don't even know what prescription she was writing on her own that saved People don't believe that the prescription pad was there, but I mean, the attorney seen it, Christy seen it. I mean, people can believe what they want, but yeah. So I do believe that her mom was definitely giving her medications only when she wanted to, and there's some that she might have gave her all the time, but I think specific ones she was giving her, and this is just my opinion, that because it makes sense if you look at a lot of the records, but I think she a lot of things that she was given they have side effects that mimic other things that Dee Dee went back and tried to say that she had, like the whole like blue legs and they were tingly, and like she would say that she would even go to the doctor, even though her legs would not look that way, she would say it, right? This would happen, like this happened, and then but yeah,
I definitely agree. And then also there was something earlier when you guys were talking about Nick. In my opinion, I definitely believe that if anything, Nick influenced her, because he's the one that had all the dark fantasies. Yes, even though he had autism, my son's autistic. And as you said, my son, he's only 7, but, he knows right from wrong, and he's extremely smart. So, if anything, like I said, especially with all of his dark fantasies, I think that he influenced her.
Right, and I don't think he intentionally did. I was wait. What?
Oh no, I'm not saying that either. But
I want to make that clear for the comments, for the people in the comments. 240. But yeah, I think they definitely played a role on each other. It was a toxic relationship. I think that they were very manipulative to each other.
Mhm.
You know, so I think that her being in a dark place and him being, having that dark side to him definitely clashed. You know, and
Yep.
it, like, it created a horrible, tragic event.
Yeah. But I think that's all that I have. So thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Wait, hold on. I want to see who this is from. Okay, we'll let you in next. Cash money. Cash money for the 2000. I'm thinking about juvenile again.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
So I think my question is, and I am currently taking psychology right now, and I've always been pretty obsessed with this case. But for her, like now that she is grown and is kind of healing, how did she, or is she learning? I feel like growing up, she learned how to survive off lies. So to lie to make sure she wasn't in trouble, or lying to make sure that she can see Nick or whoever she was going to see. How did she realize, or maybe is she going to therapy to help with that, or like in her own growth, what is she doing to help herself?
Yeah, she definitely, like, and actually in the Dr. Phil interview, I hate that people only show this one part of the clip. There's a part where she says, my mom taught me how to lie and lie without a conscience. And then they cut the clip there. But if you watch the whole thing, it says, but I'm changing. I don't want to be like my mom. She, not only was she going to I mean, yes, it wasn't the best therapy in prison. She didn't even qualify for best therapy. People don't believe that, but it's like, whatever. But she did go to like group therapies. She read a lot of books, and now she's actually getting the most help that she's gotten in the whole past 9 years almost. And it's the therapy that she's in now. She's learned so much, and she's been really applying it to her life. And I think that it's made such a big difference. But I think that that's one of the first things that she did understand, is that her mom, like their whole entire life was based off of lies. So I think that's one of the first things she really unpacked, like in therapy. And I do believe that that's something that's important to Gypsy, to try to live in the truth constantly. People don't believe that, but like you can't please everybody. But I just know that she's even was saying that she wanted to get more therapy sessions than what she's even getting. She really does enjoy therapy, and I think that it's really helping her. And then a support system, of course, that is having a support system like guide you through the way is also very helpful.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was just one of the things that I know this part. I really don't care too much about the crime and the case in itself. But when I watched the documentaries, I did my research. I actually had to do a paper on what I thought of Gypsy and herself as a person, not what she'd done. Like if I was to meet her on a road and her tell me about what happened. So in my mind, I was always kind of curious about her healing journey and how she decided, okay, I don't want to be like her. And I guess coming from a life where you have to do survival and not live in a childhood, that was just one of my really big questions. How is she healing? And did she learn to, that just because you tell the truth doesn't mean, the worst thing is going to happen to you,
Right.
Yeah. So, but that was my question. Thank you so much.
Yes, I'm sorry you had to wait so long.
Of course.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to find someone else that's been here for a while. We'll do you. Oh, you're a good witch. You're a bad witch. And y'all remember, if you're waiting, just if you have questions right now. Oh. And I want to actually get a screenshot because of who's waiting, because I want to stop at a certain point, because I am gonna come back on later so we can play the autopsy part of the trial. So I don't want to be on here all day because then people's gonna be complaining. Not that I give a fuck, but okay. Her box isn't working. Let's try someone else's. I think this person has been a little while, maybe.
Oh my God, without a crystal ball.
Is it here?
No, I'm watching something else.
Can I just make a statement? Bree, did you read the text message I sent? Did you get a chance to?
What, Melly Mel?
Yeah.
Or you can make a statement.
Can I say it? I'm just overwhelmed that she didn't have cancer. All she had was diabetes.
Diabetes.
I'm so overwhelmed right now. I cannot even. Your girl had diabetes. She did not have cancer.
What she did? Not
Who?
kidding. I know. What's wrong with these boxes? They ain't letting nobody up.
Hey, while you're trying to do that, Bree, Sarah wanted to know if Christy and Rod ever went to the house in Missouri. I know they had to go clean it up afterwards, but while they lived there, did they ever go?
No, they never. No, they even tried to meet her at the like border of Tennessee, and they ghosted them.
So Christy and Rod had to clean up the house. They had to clean the house out. I think I knew that, but
Yeah, they did.
ugh.
Okay, let's try somebody else's. That didn't work.
If it doesn't work for you, Bree, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm not even seeing people coming up, y'all. I do not even see it.
He did not spill it. No. Did you spill it? And bring it in?
Rock, do you have a question? Rock Hound?
Rockhound?
Rock.
Hello.
Hello, mommy. Do you have a question, Rockhound?
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to touch on something that someone said earlier. They all think that because of the medical records that said Gypsy had this disease or this chromosome disorder, that's why she needed the surgery. So they think she's lying. So I wanted to say that they're failing to realize is that Dee Dee said everything in her medical records is what Dee Dee had reported to them and the reasons why they did the surgeries for her. Dee Dee had Munchausen by proxy, so she would, poison Gypsy to make her cause those symptoms in order for her to get those surgeries done. So she would doctor hop until the doctor believed what was going on and they performed the surgery on her.
Yeah, and poison meaning, y'all, just so we remember in the comments, meaning giving her certain medications that mimic certain things. And that's just what we can. She did a lot of convincing. A lot of the surgeries that, like the drool, saying that she, if you look in the records, there's no specific thing. They can't even figure out why she only is drooling at the bottom of her mouth, or whatever, filling up saliva.
So supposedly she used a topical anesthetics on her mouth to make her drool consecutively, right?
Yeah, right.
In order for her to get her glands removed. And then when you get your glands removed, your teeth can rot also. And also when you get unnecessary medications for years at a time that you don't need, it can also rot your teeth. So that's why she had to get her teeth removed. Do people think that just because the records say that Gypsy had this or got this done, that she really had that disease or needed it? And she didn't. She only got those, everything in her medical records is what Dee Dee reported to them of her daughter having, even though she didn't, they weren't necessary. Her chromosome disorder only caused the lazy eye, and that's the only surgery that she ever needed. She didn't need her head shaved for her chromosome lazy eye disorder. She didn't need to be in a wheelchair. She didn't need epilepsy medication. She didn't need her glands removed. She didn't need to be put on a feeding tube. Her mom would starve her until she lost all the weight, drug her up, take her to the doctors and say she's not eating and she needs to be, her daughter's losing so much weight, and that's why she was put on a feeding tube.
Right. And a lot of people need to realize, we need to remember that, a lot of people don't want to, because Dee Dee's not here to say it, and it's so the thing is when other people are abused, just because their abusers here to talk, y'all don't act, nobody ever questions victims like y'all do Gypsy. But we're gonna bring the next person up because I want to get off of here soon so I can come back on later. So we're gonna ask a few more questions.
Can I say one more thing too?
Yeah,
they also say because Gypsy went along with it, they're not understanding that she was a victim of abuse and she was courted by her mom for years and years to act a certain way in front of people. She didn't go along with it because you see what happened to her mom, unfortunately. So she wanted out of it. She didn't want to go along with it anymore. That's what they need to realize, that Gypsy wanted to change and she didn't want to be abused anymore. And she was afraid of her for her life and she needed a way out. And that's what Gypsy thought in her mind at the time is her only way out. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Brady. Just saw you live and listen. Yeah, y'all, we can leave Marvin in here if he's nice. If he bees nice. If he bees nice. If he bees nice. Okay, let's see. Next person. long. Remember, questions only, please, y'all, because I'm gonna try to get off of here soon. Questions only. Hello, Jasmine.
Hi guys.
Hello. You have a question?
Yeah, so I just also wanted to touch on the fact, because I know a lot of people have been bringing up the like chromosomal disorders. So I have my daughter. She was born with like a few chromosomal disorders, and from what geneticists explained to me is like chromosomal disorders themselves fall on the spectrum from how like mild to severe they are, and how people are affected by them fall on the spectrum. So somebody can have a microdeletion but show no symptoms at all.
Right.
So I don't think it's fair to say that every single surgery or thing she was afflicted by was related to her microdeletion.
Which is why you'll notice that people only bring up the thing from the website, when they talk about it, instead of things they should be bringing up, like, well, I'm out of Parkinson's, people shouldn't do that either. But yeah, there's no reason to pull up a website to diagnose somebody or say what they have wrong with them, because you can't determine that without her records sitting right next to it.
Absolutely. So that's just all I wanted to bring up. So thank you for letting me up.
No problem, girl. Thank you. Bye.
Sorry, Bree, what time are you going?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like,
It's okay.
boom, get out. I was like, get off my
Bree,
stuff. Wait.
Bree, there's 3 people left. I'm gonna let them all up. They can mute. We'll take one at a time, and then that way you're not stuck. Okay.
I'm gonna come back on at Jasmine. I'm so sorry. I was like, get off my stuff. Get off my stuff. 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. That's when I'm coming back on. And then decided. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna let them all 3 back up.
Have you been to bed yet, Bree?
Girl, don't ask me that. I woke up at midnight. Why in the heck
She's
would I
about to
be
get
bed?
kicked.
I know. Why would I be to bed yet if I just woke up almost at midnight? That means I would only be up for what? Barely 12 hours. Girl, I can't be going right back to sleep. I slept for 16 hours. Only been up for 13. But
I was a night owl when I was young too.
Was that your question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that your only
no,
question?
No, that wasn't my question. I wanted to say to Sir Morbid, I'm not here to attack you, but I saw what you and your panel said about Dreamer, and I just don't think you need to stoop to that level, because Dreamer is a really good person. And one thing we don't do in this group is attack looks. And
Okay.
maybe
Sheena,
you can get your panel under control.
Sheena,
Yes.
we're gonna take that. Let's take that. You can take that up in the chat with him, okay?
No, I don't want to go to his chat.
No, not his
No,
chat.
I meant
my
down
chat.
here in the chat.
Oh, I was about to say I don't want to be a part of that. No, but what I
do that
actually
in the
wanted to
panel.
say,
You can go down in the chat and talk with him. Okay.
Bree, I saw your post about conditional release and some things that you said. And I'm glad you're putting that information out there, because it's the truth and it needs to be said. And
hallelujah.
From what I understand, Gypsy's parole officers are very aware of the situation. So they're not on the phone with people kikiing and being like, oh yeah, did she do this? Did she do that? They're not putting up with all that. So people are wasting their time.
Oh, they definitely are, but let's let them do it, right? Like,
Hey,
that was
Bree.
so ridiculous. Yeah.
I'll be super quick. I do have a question, and it's a question within a question. It pertains to social media, Gypsy being on social media. And my question is, wouldn't her being on social media help her to like share her experiences and help her to kind of establish a sense of some normalcy with all she's been through? As well as control the narrative for things like stories that are either.
Girl, don't say control the narrative, girl. That's not good to say.
Well, I'm just
People
saying.
already think she's controlling the narrative.
Well, to say her side about things that are interpreted or misinterpreted. And also,
unfortunately, she'll never be able to do that on social media. But yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and help her to kind of. Basically, what's the word? Give her some, just it would help her gain more of a community that could also be beneficial for her. Like there's several of you on here that could contribute to her mental and emotional well-being. Like, isn't that a lot of what social media is for?
Yes, well, unfortunately, there's two sides. Well, there's many sides to social media, and one of it's the very dark side, which is the people that think it's just okay to be cruel to people, bully people, because if you can't handle it, get off the internet. That whole thing. But yeah, unfortunately, of course, like she should be able to be on social media and have it and be like a normal, because I don't know. So everybody uses social. Some people don't. My husband doesn't, but a lot of people do. Most people do, and it is like a normal thing that is a part of. There's a lot of people that say like she should be off of social media, blah blah blah. Well, you be off of social media,
Right. And that's why I was asking the question. There's a lot of, would you not think that social media, even though there's a lot of negative out there, there's also some good experiences for her to have. And again, establish a sense of normalcy that everyone else has that she's never had the opportunity to have because she's always been controlled. That was my whole question.
Yeah. Of course I agree with that. I don't know if other people will, but thank you for asking your question.
Thank you, Carrie.
We got one more person. Oh no, we got two more people. Okay, so Roxy
Chow Tessa isn't muted, so she can go first.
You can go first.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So my question is more psychology related. So I'm crisis and trauma informed. I'm currently getting my PhD in psych and trauma, and I really found it interesting the amount of psychology that goes into this case beyond what people see. Like for an example, the mom brought her up in a very much of a fairy tale lifestyle. So being into that relationship, once she got into the relationship, they often used cosplay and aggression in that in their fantasies, I guess I will say. So my question is, because I can't find an answer, is that gives a false impression of how finite life is. They're using these aggressive tools, on webcam, whatever else, to reach these fantasies with each other. Do you think that if psychology was involved earlier for her, because I don't know if it was or not, if this would have played a role into her romantic relationship? Like, do we understand if she really thought this was the end all be all, or if this was like more of a video game persona, like it wasn't going to be finite?
Well, I will tell you this. She told me, like, I really think that she obviously wasn't in her right state of mind. Neither was Nick. Obviously.
Right.
And I know that she even told me, I don't know if this is really what you were good at, but I'm just gonna say it. She told me so there were moments that like after it was over with and done, that when they were still in the house, where she would be like shh to Nick, like telling him to shh because like my mom's gonna hear you, like just being like, well, and that's why I don't know if this answers your question, but it shows the mental state that she was in. Like she was not in her right mind. Like at all. And even when she was at the hotel, when they could, I guess, I think something on Facebook, I guess when they were looking for her and they said they couldn't find her, meaning Dee Dee, and she was like, there was one point where she's like, maybe she's alive, because she was feeling remorse, despite what people say, like maybe she's alive, and Nick had to be like, no, she's definitely not. So like, I don't know if that's what you like.
Yeah, I guess what it comes down to,
she definitely was not all the way there.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
No, you're good. Oh.
So we know that doctors were involved, obviously, and Dee Dee played a lot into like her stuff was lost in Katrina and whatever. But like, do we know if psych was involved at any point?
It wasn't, okay. Sadly, it wasn't. Even it's crazy because she even in the notes she always like declined like to have an OBGYN. She never did any of that. And you would think, even though she's like,
right,
even though her mom said she's all this, you would think that her mom would still keep up with that stuff. She it was always like deferred for, like she didn't even do that. Like,
that's a shame. That was my question. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And last but not least, we got a rock star in the box. Hello.
Hi. Oh, sorry if I stutter. I have anxiety.
No, girl. Do not be sorry.
I love true crime. I want to be a criminologist, hopefully one day. But I'm not really following this case. So I have this one question. When it says Ken is the baby daddy, what does that mean? Please tell me.
That Ken's the father of Gypsy's child.
I didn't even know. Like I would like a full story on that, please.
A full story on what? Like she's pregnant and Ken's the dad. And people have just been saying that he's not the dad, so that's why I put that up there.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. I was thinking, I don't know if I can tell the full story on that. I don't know how it happened. I mean, we know how it happened, but I don't know how it happened. You know what I mean? Like the full story, I don't know. Well, what happened was, did your mom give you had the conversation about birds and bees? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if I can say all that. But anyways, thank y'all so very much. Let's see. Oh, should we let two more of these two people last? Okay, two last people. I promise. Nobody requests after these two people. I'm not gonna let you up. Okay. But if they have a question, and then we're really going to end the live because I'm going to come back at 7 to play the autopsy. Ooh. Wait. Oh, no. God, it's got very long in it. Oh, wait. How are you?
I didn't mean to request this.
Oh,
no.
That's no problem, girl. But thanks for coming up. Okay, Brooke. Oh, you scare me. Brooke? Brooke?
Sorry, my mic is.
It's okay. Oh wait, no, you're muted now. You can unmute. You had it mute. You have it muted again. You have to click on your box or whatever, and then like hit the mouse. Hit the mic. Oh, you muted again. I don't know how to unmute people. Okay, she's gone. Okay, y'all. Well, thank y'all so very much for being here. I'm gonna go hang out, with my dog. Maybe we can take him for a walk, but I'll be back at 7 o'clock. I'm gonna come on and we're gonna play the from Nick's trial when they're going over the autopsy. Since people are so excited about the autopsy that they don't get to see, but you can actually hear about it. So we're gonna play that and then we'll do some other stuff. But thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all are so awesome. Some of y'all are bad people, but it's okay. Thank you to all the good witches and the bad witches. We appreciate all of you, maybe a little bit. But anyways, bye.
Everybody have a great day.
Bree, call me when you're done. That'll take 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah, you better take 5 minutes, girl. Trying to take
If it doesn't, I'm calling in 6 minutes, and if she's still on the phone with you, you're both fired.
How can I be fired? I didn't get my check yet.
I know.
Me neither. Okay, we're working on unemployment. Bye.
No, he didn't say 4.
Oh, I don't know what happened there at the end, but it's over. Again, Bro has proven absolutely nothing, per usual. Why don't you unblock Becca Scoops, Bro, so she can come up there and, confront your bullshit that you've been spewing about her? Maybe so, maybe. But yeah, that was a waste of time once again. I don't. Can somebody tell me one thing that she proved or debunked? Because I didn't hear a damn thing. All right. Anyhow, everybody have a great rest of your weekend. I've got to go. I just wanted to stream that since, we're not allowed to go in there because we're all blocked. But thank you all for being here, and I will see you next time. Love you so much. Bye.
A disclaimer that I don't have all that much time today. Got a little bit of time today.
This beat is going to drop in 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's fair game, right? Bye, everybody.